Welcome back to Amazing Model Cars. I am very sorry that I haven't made a video in over a month, but I am back with one of my favorite cars, the Autoart Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. And today's video is going to be just a kind of a short video about what I like about it. Now before we get into the video, I'd like to mention that coming up on the 27th or 29th, I think it's the 29th, is my 1 year anniversary from my first, well, what I think of as my first video, which was the Welly NEX Aventador review. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below. But I need some ideas for what I could do as a 1 year anniversary kind of special video. So if you have any ideas, please comment down below. I will take any ideas, and I will try to make a pretty cool video for a 1 year anniversary. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, the first thing that I love about this car is the color. Now, the camera makes it look more of a sky blue, but in person, it really does look perfectly turquoise. It's the perfect mix of blue and green, and I just love it so much. They did such a good job painting it. There are no paint errors. It's all very smoothly put on, and it really looks like it's a real car. The second thing I love about this car are its lights. Both the headlights and the taillights have great detail. Now, the camera doesn't really show it well on the taillights especially, but in person you can just see that it is a clear sheet of plastic, and there are actually three-dimensional details for the turn signal, reverse light, and brake lights. Even the third brake light is actually on the car. There's a little red strip right on the rear spoiler. You can kind of see it. It starts there and it ends about there. And that's just such terrific detail. The next thing I adore about this car is the badge. Both on the front and the back, the badge is done flawlessly and just looks so perfect. But I think where they did the badges the best is actually on the wheels, because it's so tiny but it's so perfect. And I love how it says Lamborghini on the brake calipers. It's just so realistic. Same on the front, Lamborghini, and then the bull emblem. The discs just move so smoothly through. And watching the caliper go in and out of view from the wheel, this looks so good. Another thing that I love about this car are the intakes. They are actually perforated, and you can see through to the gray piece. I actually did a couple of weeks ago disassemble this car, and I videoed the first part of it where I disassembled it, but reassembling was quite a disaster because I tried to take one of the doors off, which I got it off, but you need a 000 Phillips head to get the screw back in, and it was very tricky. It took me 30 minutes to get that single screw back in. But I think one of my most favorite parts about this car are all of the moving parts. You have the rear spoiler, which comes up into the air brake position, and then the high speed position. You can actually see there is some space beneath it, just like on the real car. It's done very realistically. Also, the engine bonnet that lifts up, hydraulic hinges, which I love. The engine is so detailed, and even this right here, it's fully perforated and you can see through it down to some other parts of the car below. Even these little side wings move up and down. I love the trunk because it looks so much, the hinge especially looks so much like a actual Aventador hinge. It's crazy detailed. As you can tell, when I lift the trunk, it's a bit stubborn sometimes. And that hinge, it's just so realistic. And then when you look in the trunk, of course, it's felt, which is terrific. See, as you can tell, the trunk has slid forwards whilst going up. And then when you put it down, it goes down and backwards at the same time. And you kind of gotta push it down. One of the most creative opening features on this car is the door. The door handle, you push it forwards, and the door will go up like that. The window does get caught there, but then you pull it out a bit and the door lifts itself up. See if I push it down? Because this right here is actually a spring-loaded mechanism. I learned that when I was taking it apart. That allows the door to just spring up when you release this clasp right there. Well, the door is open. Let's look at the interior, because that is great detail also. You have Aventador on the door sill, which, yes, this one is a bit chipped because this is where I tried to get that screw in repeatedly and scraped it a bit, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it could have been worse. When you look inside, it's just so perfect. The steering wheel, the gauge cluster, even the paddle shifters are done perfectly. One of the pedals, I believe it's the brake pedal, actually moves if you push on it. Yeah, it is the brake pedal. I can't really do that well showing you, but if you had the car, you'd know what I'm talking about. So with all of that out of the way, we're going to go into a small details montage, because the small details are by far what makes Autoart better than all of its competitors, and why I paid $212 for this car when my welly was only actually $50. This small details makes Autoart worth every penny. The tiniest of intakes are actually perforated. You can clearly read the LP700-4 badge. Unlike on the welly, the rear spoiler comes up and down. The mirrors are actually reflective. It's a chrome-tipped exhaust with the 4 mini exhausts inside it. They did a terrific job with the profiling. This right here just looks so perfect, and I love it. So that was a pretty quick video on what I love about my Autoart Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. Please remember, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want the 1-year anniversary special to include, or if you just have any questions for me. I always reply to your comments. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day.